Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. I'm Ray. In this video, I'm going to show you a step-by-step process of how you could take an old kitchen window like this and turn it into something great like this. So stay tuned and I'll show you how I did it. Alright y'all, so the first thing I'm going to do is first take some trim. I just got some of the trim from the box store. First thing I have is some 1x4 right here. I'm going to be sanding this down with a 120 grit sandpaper. This right here is going to be used for the casing and also the jamb. And then I also have some 1x6 right here. I'm going to be sanding down. This is going to be for the windowsill. Then I have also some 1x2 that I'm going to be using for the trim as well. Alright, so I'm going to show you. All I do is sand it all down until it's all smooth, just to get it prepped and ready for priming, and then I'll paint it as well. Alright, so what I'm going to be doing now is going to be sanding down the 1x4. Now what you want to be careful of is when you get wood like this, that's not always exactly perfect. And as you can see, I don't know if you could tell here, I'll see if I can show it to you. On some of the boards, you have to be careful when you buy them like this. They have areas where when it rained through the planer, that it cuts it a little bit. You can see like right in through here, I don't know if you can see that area right there, what's really rough. So what you have to look at is look for the best side that's smooth. Probably this side right here is going to be the best. I'm going to sand this down. Now sometimes you might have to take some wood putty or something like that and fill in any little holes. You definitely don't want to have to sand it all out, but you want to get it prepped and ready the best you can for priming and painting as well. So all you have to do is just sand that down. Now I got all my boards sanded. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to blow them off, get all the dust off, make sure there's no dust particles or anything on them before I prime them. Alright y'all, I don't know if you could see this or not, but in the boards there are some divots, again from when they planed it, and you don't want these once you paint them, so you want to cover over them. So what I normally do is I have this stuff, it's DAP Premium Wood Filler. Take that, what I usually do is I just take it, I water it down a little bit to where it's very creamy. Alright, you just add just a very little bit of water to it. So what I'm going to do here is just take a little bit and fill in these areas that where all the divots are. Just a thin coat on it. That's all it needs. Then I'll come back later and I'll sand it all back down. So as you can see, I've done that area There's just a couple other areas in here. I'll show you. One there. All right, so that's it. So I'm going to do this to same process to each board that I have, and then once I'm done, I will sand it over again and make it all smooth, and then I will go over it with a cloth to make sure all of the dust is off. Just finished sanding all the boards down with 120 grit sandpaper. I covered all the holes with the wood filler, and then after that I let it dry. Then I sand all the boards again with 220 grit sandpaper. Once I finish that, then I got my primer out, which I'm just using some pro acrylic primer that I got from Sherwin-Williams. You can use any type of primer that you want to use. I do have one coat on it right now. I'll probably end up putting 2 or 3 coats depending on how if I can see the wood or not after I'm finished with that. Alright, now that I finished sanding all the boards down, I'm going to put my 3rd coat on, and hopefully this will be the last coat. I'll probably still have to coat the edges because when I did the first coat I didn't paint the edges, so I'll probably have to put a couple coats on that. As far as the top, this should be my last coat.